Hello, my beautiful YouTube friends. I just been to the gym and I felt inspired to start another video. Now I'm thinking instead of breaking this up, we're gonna make today's video where I read all series once. So I'm finally gonna read the Lucy Score, Things We Never Got Over, Things Were Left Behind, and Things We Hide from the Light. I've been gifted this box set by one of my friends on Christmas last year. So they've been sitting with me for 8 months now. 8 months I've had these books and I didn't get a chance to get started. Now I've been reading fantasy for the last 2 months and I need a break. So I'm going to get started on these. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know there's one YouTuber that I follow. She absolutely hates it. She thinks it's a waste of time. She hates the writing. She hates the author, yet she finished the whole series. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you on a journey with me as we read all 3 books. And I'm going to stop here and there and give my views on some of the points that I found interesting, maybe some things that I didn't like so much, and we're going to work through it together. Now, if you enjoyed this series, I see a lot of flowers on the front pages. So, oh my God, I just dropped one. Hold on. Okay, I got it. Okay, so if you read this series and really love it, let's put a little daisy emoji or like flower emoji in the comment section and let's share some thoughts. Oh yes, the sun. No. Oh, it's gone. Okay, anyways, so let's get going. We're gonna start off first with Things We Never Got Over. And it is, let's see how many pages we've got in front of us. What is this? Oh, okay, that's intro for the next book. We have got to get through 484 pages. Okay, not too bad. So I think it's doable. Hopefully I have some time to read this and hoping to finish this maybe in like 3 days. What do you think? 3 days, I think that will be good. I know that others are like getting a little bit thick girls. So I'm hoping that I can complete this series in a month, but let's see how easy they are to read. Okay, let's get going. Okay, y'all, I'm on page 195, and I don't know how I'd feel if I was being hated for something I didn't do, or for looking like someone else. Like, can you imagine you walking into a place, like not even a new town or anything. Oh my God, I've got protein cookie dough under my nails. Ignore that. Imagine walking into a town, no, into a shop, right? And maybe you get mistaken for someone else and you get the hate that you didn't even create. How are you supposed to live like that? Like, you know, like I would be, I don't know, my anxiety would kick in. And I think all the trauma will pop up. I don't think I'll be strong enough to be like, oh, well, I know I didn't do it, so I can get on with my life. I'll be like, no, I'm going to try and prove to you that I didn't do it. You know? If you read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't read it, I'm sure you can still relate. Do you know? Yeah. And like, imagine what if you're not a kid person? Like, imagine if you're not really a kid person and your sister's like, oh, can you look after my kid? And then you're like, sure. But imagine if you had no choice. Like, this is intense. I like the writing so far. It's very easy to read and I'm already I'm almost halfway mark. So let's see, Lucy, if you can surprise me a little bit more. The guy's pissing me off a little bit though. I'm not really like grumpy, sunshine kind of person. You don't have to be so mean. Like this Knox guy is so rude and disrespectful. Even though he knows Naomi is a different gal, like she's, nice. But then Naomi got a bit of attitude too. So, yeah, let's read on and see where we stay next. Okay, we are officially halfway through on chapter 26, page 238. And what I can say, there's a lot of banter, a lot of bickering, a lot of kind of useless things going on right now. I totally get why some people don't like this series. For me personally, I actually don't mind it. It's kind of like watching those really mindless reality shows where they have no purpose and you just watch it for people to have arguments. It's kind of like this. The only difference is that we know it's growing into a romance potentially and a relationship, but I don't like when the relationship, like in real life, grow from this chaos and nonsense instead of learning things about each other. It's all about, I don't like you. Well, I don't like you either. And then you end up doing it, but then you avoid being in the relationship because you think that the other person doesn't want it. So again, a lot of miscommunication. And they clearly like each other, but they're like, oh no, I don't want to be with you. But then they're like always around each other, always together. So it's like, try not to put label on things, that kind of thing. So I'm just reading this as a quick, like mindless read. Like I'm not reading it for the plot. There is no plot. I'm not reading it for like, oh, sweet romance, da da da. No, I just want something to just entertain my brain for a little bit. And that's what you should go into this series reading, for entertainment purposes, that kind of thing. I am in complete shock. This sixth grade teacher. So Naomi went to talk to Whaley's. I don't know how to say her name, but I just say Whaley's. So the girl's sixth grade teacher, because she's not being treated well, and then she's like, "Oh, hey, you might not know me," and the teacher's like, "Oh, I know you," and she's like, "No, I'm not who you think I am. I'm actually the twin sister." And she's like, you haven't been like, what did she say? So I want to talk to you about how you've been treating her. And get this, the sixth grade teacher says, how I've been treating her? I've been treating her the way she deserves to be treated. I treat her the way the daughter of a whore deserves to be treated. Excuse me? I mean, that's what I said, but that's exactly what Naomi says as well. And the teacher says, you heard me. Are you serious? I would go straight to teacher's board or whatever it is. I would put in complaint. I will get rid of that teacher. Oh, hell no. You cannot. Are you serious? How can you also treat a child depending on what the parents are like? That is a huge discrimination. And I've been treated how my parents are or grandpa or like whatever. Like, no. No, you have like a community in your hands right now. You treating a child like that's a potential person that's going to change your community going up there, and you treating them because the mother of this child is not responsible. Like, wouldn't you be like, I would feel sorry for the kid and be like, oh, hey, I got you. Like, your parents do not define you. Like, that's crazy. Oh my God, I'm so mad for her. Oh! I knew there was something on my shoulder. Hello? Hello, little guy. Where did you come from? It's okay. Come, I'll take you outside. Come on. Don't be scared. It's okay. I don't know if I wake up in a bad mood or this book's starting to piss me off. So this man pulled this woman in the woods to do it with her, right? And she was like, no, I have to go to work. And he's like, I'm the boss, you work for me. And she's like, yeah, but the people, like my coworkers, the women, are still waiting for me. And he's like, no, that's fine. The fine's going to be a slow night anyways, right? So he pulled her in. Oh, excuse me. He pulled her in to do it with her, right? And then he's like, oh, I like you in that skirt, or you were so fast, and like, and I don't want to give anything away. So, and then, wait, what was I reading? Now I forgot what I was mad about. Oh, okay, I remembered. So then, they're about to do it in the woods, right? And he's like, I don't want you to do, I don't want you doing anything you don't want to do. It's like, dude, you literally pulled this woman out. She already said she needs to go to work. You didn't respect that part, and now you're saying I don't want you to be doing what you don't want to do. Too late for that, buddy. What the hell? I hate guys who do that. They like force you into something, right? And then she's like, okay, whatever, F it. And she just does it. And then it's like, I don't want you to do when you hear me. And I'm like, what? Okay, anyways, enough of it. Hello again, my beautiful people. All right, I'm on page 308. And this couple is really getting on my nerves now. I don't know what it is about them, but they're like, oh, stay over. And she's like, no, I don't have my things. And he's like, what do you need? And she's like, toothbrush. Like, I got the toothbrush. What do you need? Da, 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 da. And it's like, let the woman go home and handle her business. Do you know what I mean? And then she's like, remember, we're not dating, we're pretending. And yet she's in his apartment and it's just, I don't know. It's just getting really annoying. Maybe I'm not in the mood for this. Maybe I shouldn't have read this when I'm in this state. I thought a little bit more sweet, but there's so much miscommunication. There's so much games. They're playing games with each other. They know they want to be together, but then it's like, no. And she's like, I need to be a great role model for the girl, right? And he's like, there's nothing wrong with like being in a relationship with people. And she's like, yeah, I know that, but it's like you either like the guy or you don't like the guy. It's like, just, I can't even express it. I don't know. This book is making me angry. I don't know if I should put it down or if we just push through it and just smash through it and just read it, because 308 and there's like 480 pages. So I still got another 180 pages to go. I can totally... Mama! Look at my cat. My cat. Look at this. He just totally knocked the phone out of me. What do you want? So I don't know if I should just smash through it and just finish it and be done with it, and hoping that the second book would be better, but they just really, 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 really getting on my nerves now. Like, I don't even know. I expected different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought it would be a little bit different, but it's... I don't know. Okay. Not me almost crying. Just watch this so cute cat video. Come here, Momo. 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 Come, Momo. I love you, Momo. Momo. Come, Momo. Come, Momo. Wait. Come, Momo. Come. I love you, Momo. I love you. Don't leave. Mama! Mama! Mama. Mama. Hey. Cat. Cat. Mama. Mama. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Hello, hello. Okay, we are reading Things We Hide from Little Light. I've started this book last night and we are on chapter 5, page 55. So far it's giving me the same vibe as book 1. It's pretty basic, short and sweet. We are reading story between Nash and Lena, I think that's her name, and Lena. And for the moment, Nash is this really grumpy guy and Lena is this independent woman who don't want a relationship. It is so obvious what's gonna happen from the first chapter that we read. I am intrigued. They're not pissing me off as much as the first couple did. Like Knox was getting on my nerves, and you know, like, gave you my review. You already know what the feels with that one, but let's have a look about this one. So the reviews in this trilogy are so mixed. There's no one saying, oh, I love book 1, I love book 2, I love book 3. It's like, it's so mixed that literally you just take it as your own. This book is thick. What can you possibly talk about for 600 pages with this couple? I really want to know. I think they're going to clash a lot, I presume, with being two fiery individuals, two fiery personalities. I mean, he's a cop and she's an independent businesswoman, like free spirit, I guess. Very kind of goes with their own flow. And let's just see. I'm going to sit and read for a little bit. I have half an hour before I have to go get my kids, and I'm realizing that it's taking me about an hour to read 60 to 100 pages. So I'm hoping I can get to page 100 while I'm here. See if we can smash out another 50 pages today. And I just know, I'm so busy with work, I just know that I probably won't be able to read this before bedtime because I'm just gonna knock the F out. So let's read, shall we? Come on, Nash and Lena, show me what you got. Show me what you got. Okay, just reading outside for a little bit. We somehow made it to chapter 12, page 130. And my doggy's having a little play while I'm having a little read. And it is 7 in the morning. Don't eat my book. She said, drink the tea. And he's like, it smells like Jay's bed fertilizer. I should just drink the damn tea. Because it's probably, because alcohol isn't great for panic attacks. Oh man, that's funny. Good morning. So we're on page 175. We just hit chapter 16. It is Let's see. 6:45 in the morning. And what can I say about this book so far? I feel this is a little bit more interesting. Show. Yeah, it's cute cover, isn't it? This is a little bit more interesting to read, I find, than the first book. A bit more, a little bit more of a complicated life for our characters. I like that they don't just jump into each other and be like, oh yeah, I love you. There's a little bit of tension. There's obviously flirtation, and I'm not mad at them about it. I'm not mad like, oh come on, just get it on already, like get over it, you know, like we know you're gonna be together, da da da. I don't feel like that about them. I feel very interested. I like the slow burn that's happening. I feel very interested in how their relationship's gonna develop and grow. If it happens, I'm guessing it will be because this is their book. But at this moment, I'm enjoying the story. That's, you know, they're having a bit of problems at work. Lena's helping Naomi plan events and stuff like that. So I like how it kind of weaves into the first book, taking some scenarios and characters and stories from the first book. So far I feel like I'm enjoying the second one more than the first, but let's see if that changes. Good morning, beauties. I am on page 226 and we are on chapter 21. So far it's like, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, we okay. All right, so far it's like a reading. Oh gosh, sorry. You know when you go have dinner with your family, oh no, not your family, with your friend's family, right? And the family is so chaotic, like they're all so different, and you're like, how are you guys even related? This is what this book makes me feel like. I'm looking at it and I'm like, how are you all even related? Like, it's like it's not even watching your reality TV anymore. It's like watching your friend's family dinner party, and you kind of entertained, but at the same time you're like, get me out of here. Like, I want to go home. This is what it feels like reading this book. I've been reading it for a week now, and I think I'm halfway through now. Is it halfway? Oh my gosh, it's not even halfway yet. I'm not hating it, but my mood is changing. Like, I don't think I'm gonna read book 3 straight after this. I might take a breather. It's not boring, it's not bad, it's just kind of there, you know? Like the couple still denying each other. There's other family stuff that came up with them. And I think I like it more because I already know the characters from the first one, like the brother and the friend, and oh my god. So I'm sort of in the fantasy mood now, so I don't know what to do. Do I just put this down so I can keep enjoying reading it, or do I keep reading it? I don't know, because I still want to read. All right, anyway. I just did a little bit of skincare, looking fresh. All right. Okay, can we talk about this book for a little bit? I am confused. Is this a romance? Are they trying to make it a detective show? Like, what is going on? I am not hating it, but I'm not enjoying the ride. There are funny parts in there that I can relate, and I'm thinking that, like I said, the banter and the friendship and, the two brothers having a punch up because that's just what they do. It's like, it's funny. The romance is not hitting for me. They just not. I don't know. Sometimes I like the romance. You either make it like kind of like real life, or you make it completely not achievable in real life, that kind of thing. This one's kind of stuck in between. They like, I hate you, but I want you near me. I don't know why. And it's like, it's really, I don't know why some people like that. It's really annoying to me. It's like, you either be like, I like you, but you're shy to say it, or there's like life circumstances that's stopping you. Or you just like, oh, sorry, it's not gonna work, and you hang up on a person, but like, it is what it is. But this is like, they clearly like each other and they just yelling at each other like the enemies, while the conversation goes on that they like each other. This is all in this one conversation, and it's just like what is happening? Like, what is actually happening? So I'm at page 320 and I am on chapter 29. Help me get through this. I think I'm enjoying it because it's an easy read and because it's funny at parts. But the overall, oh, here comes the cat. Sorry, my cat just knocked me out. No, don't scratch on that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so generally the storyline of this book is BS, but I'm enjoying it because it's easy to read, and that's what it is. It's the characters, but the romance, the characters funny. The romance, no. And the girl is pissing me off. This Angelina, I don't like her. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it. She's very feisty, but not in a good way. She's like toxic feisty. Like, she needs therapy feisty. Like that.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Okay, so I'm on page 380 and it finally hit, right? It finally hit. They are in a hotspot. And the thing that ticks me off in this romances books is when you're hot and bothered and, it about to happen, and they say, do you have the protection? And then they're like, no, screw that, and I'm on birth control, and or, oh, are you checked? Yeah, I'm checked. Are you checked? Yeah, I'm checked. And you trust in this person the very first time with your body, with your health, when you all hot, and it's like, that's when we like, the last thing we think about when it about to happen. When don't why are these romance books promoting more and more of that? Like, this happens almost in every single book that I read. This moment about to happen, and they trust in each other's health. And this is like, and with this book, this is with the person that you've been hating and trying to avoid, and now all of a sudden, yeah, I wanted this my whole life, and because you on birth control, you trusting each other with that makes no sense. You can still catch things even if you are. So can we not promote that anymore, please? Thank you. Rant over. Okay, another little rant. So these people had this chemistry and this tension for the last 385 pages, right? So they mistake that chemistry release that they find, and then they're hating on each other while they're having chemistry, right? And I think it's just that magnetic pull push situation. And when they finally get that release out, now they're like, oh, I like you. And then a lot of people, there's like no reason to fall in love together because you were literally hating each other. How is it? At what point in this book did you fall in love? When like, what is it that made you think that that's the person for you? You were just had that build up on hating the person, fantasizes about them, got your release, and now apparently they're the one. Okay, that's the first thing. The positive note though, I do like that, the girl is like, how am I gonna get out of it? I don't like, and the guy is, I like that he said that. That's probably the one healthy thing is, tell me what you need to feel safe with us. So he actually asked her, because she's freaking out, and he actually asked her, what can I do to make you feel safe and to prove to you that I want this as well? Like, for real, you know what I mean? That's probably like the healthiest thing that I can read in this whole book so far. Honey, I've been sitting here and literally thinking whether I want to start on this book or wait another week or two. It is so beautiful, beautiful color. I've been touching on the gold spots and just feeling them, admiring the color. But I can't bring myself to read it. I don't want to be bored. I'm in the mood to read. I want to be entertained. Do I want to? Should I read this or should I read something else? Because this one, but it's not a very good. No, we don't know that yet. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know yet. Okay, I think I'll do this, and then I'll read other thing along with it. I think I should just power through this one. I just don't know. Okay, let's go. I just read the first page. I can't do it. I need a break. I can't. She's like, sorry, Knockemout. You're just going to have to deal with the librarian with body odor. Okay, I'm going to have a little week break and go with this with a positive attitude because I'm already don't like it. Okay, bye. My cat is losing it. Ladies and gentlemen, I took a break from this Knockemout series. I took a break for about 2.5 weeks and I read fantasy instead because I needed some recoup from this. So far, I am not enjoying this series. I'm sorry if you are a diehard. The friend that bought this for me is a diehard and I cannot connect. So I am ready to switch my brain off from the fantasy and we're going back to this so-called romance and things were left behind. This is a book 3 from the Knockemout series. I started it, attempted it, couldn't do it, paused it, and we're restarting it. I just got as far as page 3, couldn't do it, so I didn't really get far. So we actually started from the beginning. Gonna start this journey. I'm gonna try and complete this in a week so I can just be done with it. I am hoping that I'm gonna enjoy this book more than I did book 1 and 2, but to be honest, my expectations are very, very, very low because I don't want to be disappointed. I'm just gonna go in knowing that probably not gonna like it either. So far, this series is sitting at about 2.5 stars for me. I just cannot connect. If you're on the same boat with try and connect to this book and just cannot, no matter how hard you try, everyone's getting on your nerves, can you please let me know that I'm not alone, because there's only one YouTuber that I've seen that does not like this, and everybody else is just going crazy over this. So can you, if you're one of those people that didn't quite enjoy this or sitting in the middle, can you let me know that I'm kind of like, there's people out there, or is it just me? Like what is happening? What are people loving about this series? That's my problem. That's my issue. I'm genuinely, like, I'm not hating. Sorry, I got a head cold at the moment. I genuinely trying to understand what is the fuss about this. Why is it so unique to them? Why does this series stand out to them? What does it make? What makes it so special? What is it about these characters? Because I don't see it. They're all actually getting my nerves because of the miscommunication and the drama, the unnecessary drama. That's what it is. Is that what people like? The unnecessary drama? Is that the whole point of liking this? Maybe? I don't know. I'm ranting right now because I probably tried to not read it. But anyways, okay. Let's just give this a go. Let's give this an honest go and see how far we get with this. Okay, let's go. I am back and I was gardening and I'm like, okay, let me have a little breather. I made myself a cup of tea. I opened up my book and I started reading it. I got to page 127 and I'm like, okay, let's just push through it. And I've been really unwell for the last week. I got the flu, and so I'm like, I feel like reading now that I'm getting better, but I'm just not feeling like anything too hard to read, one simple one. And I know this is the basic writing, simplest stories. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep going with this book. And when I tell you I got to page 127, right? And this is the part that I got to. So I ignored the warning. Yep. Why? It was apparently my turn to play parrot. You know why. Elaborate. No. And this is when I put the book down. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. I cannot do this. I'm sorry, just been gardening. I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm DNFing this. I hate not finishing the books. I don't know if I will pick this up ever, but at this point, I am gonna DNF this because this couple is even worse than this couple and even worse than this couple. And I cannot go through this. This is like my friend who's going through this toxic relationship over and over again. And she comes back to you and she keeps saying how bad he is. And you're like, I don't want to hear it anymore. You either stay with the guy and just deal with it and let's talk about something else, or you leave the guy. Like, I don't want to hear that problem anymore. Like before, I would give you advice or I would just listen. Now I don't even want to listen. Like, this is that toxic friend. Like, I am over this. I am so over this. And I am so sorry to people who love this series, but I can't. I don't know if I've had too much things going in my life that this is not it anymore for me. Maybe people who read this have no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything because we all have our own story. But this whole series is 2.5 star for me. It's not like horrible, but I personally did not enjoy it. I don't know. Many people say if you read this, you might enjoy Magnolia Parks, and I'm really hoping that it's not the case because I haven't started Magnolia Parks Universe and Daisy hates, but I really want to start on that. So I started off with this, and the covers are beautiful. Let me just say the covers are beautiful, like the colors, the flowers. I love the flowers because I am obsessed with daisy. Like, I can show you my backyard. I've got daisies, all different types of daisies all over my backyard, right? I love it. So this and the pastel covers, I love pastel and daisies. Give it to me any day of the week. I love it. But however, the storyline, these people don't know how to communicate. They're grown ass people. They're not teenagers. And there's like no hope. There's no point to their banter. There's just no point. Sorry, I'm getting stressed that my nose is blocking up. Let's just sip. Oh, I'm still not 100%, so excuse this craziness, but I'm like, do you know what? This is the reality. I don't have much time on my hands to read these days. I'm very busy on being very sick, and I really want to enjoy the time that I do get, and I'm not enjoying this series. I'm trying not to be mean, but generally speaking, this banter, this paragraph that I just read, why, but why not, but and this, but but then and I'm like, if there was a little bit more elaboration on their argument, if there was a little bit more reasoning to why they talk to each other the way they do, like a little bit more explanation, a little bit more of an excuse to be mean to one another in a sense, but there isn't. There's like, it's just kind of travels. And I know maybe if I keep on reading, it might be more interesting, but I feel like I would just sit here for my next 5 to 10 minutes, have a little rant about this book, and I feel like that would be more worth of my time than finishing this. Now, this is not a soft DNF. This is not a hard DNF. Maybe one day I will finish it if I have like a reading buddy who obsessed with it, and she might get me a little bit more excited or something. I do have one girl, but she's like, oh, just go with it. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm being such a woman right now. Like my thoughts are jumping from one to another, and I'm like, I don't know. So I feel like at this point, Lucy's Score has disappointed me. This series, Knockemout Series, is not for me. I am sorry, guys. It is not for me. Please leave a little daisy if you, maybe Daisy and an X or something, if you're not a fan of this either. And if you are a fan of this, just put heap of daisies in the comments. No love, no hate. And maybe tell me what's your favorite part. Why is it that you love this series? Maybe convince me to finish this book, because I think that's what I need, a little bit more of convincing. But at this point, at this video, I'm going to finish this off here. I'm sorry if you came here for a good ride and to, vibe with me. If you love this series, I'm not vibing with this. I'm sorry, but if you did come here because you saw that I'm not vibing with it and you're like, girl, I can't relate, then please relate to me with this so I know I'm not alone. Covers are beautiful, remember. Love, love, love. Now, for those of you who do love Lucy's Score, guys, good on you. I mean, books are like reading experiences are something that we all personally go through. It's everybody's own touch. I am such a mood reader as well, and I've given this over like a month, right, to read these books, and I read it at different phases of my life, different moods, different locations, and it's just, I can't deal with it. I love basic writing, like I love Tessa Bailey. I don't mind her. I give her books about 3.5 stars. It's just like a basic rom-com, right? Lynn Painter is really good as well. I don't mind hers. And I can't say Emily Roth because she is totally just not a sweet rom-com-y writer. Yeah, so like I do love rom-com-y novels, but this was just not for me. So, and I don't think I'll be reading Lucy's Score again, to be honest. It's just not for me, right? But Lucy's Score, good on you, girl. I mean, you managed to pull out like almost 600 pages worth of like banter, I guess. Just but look, on the bright side, I wouldn't be able to do this, like me. I wouldn't even be able to write this, like, and this is where I don't want to offend authors, because I admire like authors. I admire people who can write a book. I can't get thoughts out of my head. Like if I have an idea, but I can express it, or I'm going to forget it as soon as I walk into another room. Like that's me. So even if I don't like the book, I still applaud the person who gave it a chance and, thriving off their writing skills and, having this amazing experience, and some people are loving it, like, this is amazing, because I can't even bash this, because I wouldn't even be able to produce half of this, So at the end of the day, 2.5 stars. You guys have an amazing day. I'm going to go get some more sun because it's been raining all this time, and it's first day of spring, and I'm super excited to be outside on this sunny day. Gonna go plant some herbs, plant some veggies in my garden, and have a little bit of nature therapy to help me with my recovery. All right, thanks for joining me again. Peace.